How important? It was fun to watch. I don't know how important it was. It was nice that we caught up to it. I don't think we came out very well in the first, but we were standing around watching a little bit. I think everybody was interested to see, supposedly the best at their age group in the nation. So I think everybody was curious, and we were standing around a little bit. But I agree with you. I thought after that, I thought it was a very good hockey game. I thought it was up and down, and I thought we played much better in the second and third.
Coach, talk about what George's goal did for the momentum and the team. It seemed like once that happened, it was just a snowball.
Yeah, a couple factors. Obviously, it was the goal that he scored to tie it was huge, but also the fact that it was George who did it was huge. He's a guy that works his butt off every practice, every game, and I think the team really got a lift by him scoring the goal, the importance of it, and also the way he did it by taking the puck hard to the net is something that we've been trying to focus on for a while, and he did it well and got one for it.
Coach, Rich O'Brien throwing his body around the net, played very physical. How would you assess his play?
I thought actually he was a little bit slow in the first period, but I thought the third period he made 3 awesome defensive plays, and he played very physical, and he did it without taking penalties. And I thought we started to get a little chippy in the second, which isn't what we do. I don't know why, especially with our defensemen. And then I think Obi was a great leader. He led by example of how to play tough without taking penalties, and classy tough. I thought he did a great job.
Coach, you were missing 2 of your top defensemen, only you guys 5 that just had Mark Gadowsky return tonight. Can you talk about the defense and how consistently they played well?
Yeah, first off, how nice is it? I thought Mark Yanis, I was extremely impressed with his game tonight, coming off such a long layover, broken leg, and this was his first game. We tried to get him to practice really hard yesterday, and he did. He had a good one, but this was really his first tough go, and I thought he was excellent. I thought he shot the puck really well, which is something that we lack. He's big. He's an imposing guy. I think it's nice to just have him in the lineup, and I thought he moved the puck really well. He made a great play actually on, I believe it was Tommy Olczyk's goal, to break up the attack coming at us. Just a great athletic play, great stick, great feet, and got the puck up, and that was a big reason for Olczyk's goal. So I thought he was fantastic. The D, I give him credit. There was 5 of them. It was tough for them, but they obviously played a lot better in the second and third. They deserve a lot of credit.
Coach, piggybacking off of that, the Olczyk goal, what do you think about that line? Him, McDonough. I mean, McDonough created that whole goal with his forecheck, getting in the corner, and then Longo. I mean, how important is that, getting a roll line like them to produce offensively?
Well, it's appropriate that you say a roll line. We sort of called it an identity line, and we've had high hopes. That's really the way that with our staff would like to have it was be our MVP line is a line that consistently, you call it a roll line, I'm going to call it identity line, that consistently does what we do excellently. And I think that that's our hope for those 3 guys, because they all have that mentality, and they started out, they were doing really well, and then they had a bit of a lull. But in Ohio State, I thought against Ohio State, they were excellent, not only with their identity, but also with their chances. I think McDonough actually could have had a hat trick very easily in that game. So tonight, to see that line get rewarded, but also how they did it, they were getting pucks deep, doing things that we like everybody to do, and doing it with consistency was great for us to see. So for us to have success, we're gonna need that from them all year long, and hopefully, just like Obi was a leader in terms of how to play tough D without taking penalty, they're going to lead the way on how to be an identity line.
Coach, playing against a kid like JT Compher, obviously a highly talented, highly rated prospect.
He was good, wasn't he?
Phenomenal to watch. How do you control or limit his opportunities?
Well, we don't look at. I mean, you can't just pick out one. He was he stood out, I think, to everybody. He was excellent and fun to watch. But they've got a number of them too. We weren't just going to pick out one guy and say we have to limit them. So we didn't focus on one guy or one line, and they spread it out a little bit. They've got a lot of talent on all 4 lines actually. So no, we try to play everybody the same, but I got to admit he was fun to watch.
To piggyback off of that, this team beat Michigan, they tied Minnesota. What's it mean to be able to say that you beat them?
I think it means. I think it means a lot for us to say that we were able to come back. We didn't have a very good first on a very good team and a very skilled team. So we're not judging our progress through wins and losses. But I will say it is nice that we were able to play a pretty good second and third period against a very skilled, very good hockey team, and generate a lot more shots than we did in the first. So I'm happy with how we played. Obviously, I'm happy with the win, but I'm just proud and happy that we were able to have some success against a very good team.
You comfort going to Michigan. Obviously, you have two other guys going to Michigan, Hudson Fashion going to Minnesota. So is there some kind of takeaway that you can have for next year matching up with these guys now?
It's funny. Yes. I mean, yeah, we're going to see a lot of these guys in the Big Ten. You know, maybe we'll remember something. I think right now it's just us against the national program. Both teams trying to play their best hockey. But obviously you look at, you know, where all the guys are going. There's a lot of talent going to different Big Ten schools. And, yeah, so I guess we'll see them in the future.
This game could have gone a different way if you have a goalie that's having a different kind of night.
Yep.
How important is it to have a guy that can make 47 saves for you?
Yeah, it certainly helps. Scoffer was fantastic. There was a couple saves that were just dynamite, and then he made obviously mini saves because they had a lot of shots that you should make. But he also made a few that you shouldn't make. He certainly kept us in it. We weren't going to win that game without him. He was fantastic, but there's not too many good hockey teams without a great goaltender, and there's not too many times you win hockey games without great goaltending, and you know that's why he's here.
A couple more questions.
There's a big shot disparity in the first period,
Yep.
but it wasn't too bad in the second period. Did you make any changes, or was that just?
I think it was mentality. We did. We were minus 13 on the first period. I think then we were minus 3. So we made huge improvements. I'm not sure. It wasn't adjustments X's and O's. It was adjustments to mentality. And I think part of it happened. I mean, like I said, I think we all were standing around watching for the first at least 10 minutes of the first period. So yes, an adjustment, but it was a mental adjustment. It wasn't we're doing this X's and O's wise. It was just, hey, we have to do a better job in these areas. Not that they were new. It wasn't a new directive. It was just an emphasis on what we should have been doing in the first place.
Do one more.
Still going off of mentality, how would you say the team's confidence is before, with all the losses that you guys racked up and then coming into now? It didn't look like you guys lost it. You just kind of weren't catching a break.
Well, I don't like. We're not judging how we've progressed by wins and losses. So we've played actually the game in Yukon. I thought we played extremely well and we happened to lose. So and if we came out of the first period tied, we wouldn't have been happy because we weren't playing very well. I'm very happy with the second and third period and how we played. You talked about confidence. You know what? Felt extremely confident after the student section sang the national anthem. How great was that? I don't think you could feel more confident than that happening. How cool was that? Is this the coolest school in the world? It is. So you talk about confidence. Right after the national anthem, I was as confident as you could be.